Well, the August sittings of the permanent committees of the 5th Parliament of the Pan-African Parliament will take place from the 2nd to the 10th of August this year under the theme Finding Durable Solutions to Forced Migrations to Accelerate Integration and Development in Africa. Well, for more on this, we're joined by Honourable Chief Fortune Charumbira, Vice President of the Pan-African Parliament. Now, the last gathering of the permanent committees for the year we're about to see commence this month. Good afternoon, and thank you for your time on the SABC News Desk.
Good afternoon.
Well, we are approaching the last gathering of the Pan-African Parliament permanent committees for this year. Can you just tell us about the importance or the significance of these meetings that are coming up?
Thank you very much. We have 10 permanent committees, including the 11th, which is an audit committee. 2 of these committees are meeting outside South Africa, where the seat of Pan-African Parliament exists. The Committee on Health is meeting in Cape Verde. The Committee on Cooperation and Conflict Resolution is meeting in Egypt, Cairo. And the other 9 are here in Midrand. The importance of these meetings is that the committees are the engine rooms where issues are discussed in depth. And that is in preparation for the main session in October this year, where all the issues discussed in committees are then presented for debate to the whole plenary or the MPs. If now opportunity to debate and make recommendations, which then proceed to the summit of heads of state in February next year. The various topics, of course, are under discussion, depending on which committee.
Can you just take us through some of the main issues on the agenda?
Of course, the main theme of the year, which you're all aware, that this is the AU declared 2019 as the year of refugees, returnees, internally displaced persons in Africa, towards durable solutions to forced displacement. That will take center stage. The Rules Committee, Human Rights Committee, Committee on Immigration and Energy will actually meet for a day to focus on that particular theme. And then the issue of the continental trade, Africa continental free trade area will also come up. The issue of the protocol of Pan-African Parliament being ratified by enough countries in order that it becomes effective will also come up. There will be health, educational issues that will look at the state of Africa in terms of poverty and development of SDGs will come up, among other issues, yes.
All right, on Monday, we have the clerks meeting coming up. Just can you unpack that for us and tell us what's that about? Where will the focus be?
The clerks, these are clerks of parliaments of the whole continent of Africa, 55 countries. So which means you have 55 clerks representing each country on the continent. These are the administrators of our parliaments, the legislative arm of our governments, who pass laws, who oversight programs of the state or government, and that's also the voice of the people at the national level. So as administrators of parliaments, they have an opportunity also to exchange experiences, which is, as you are aware, will then be followed the following day by the Speakers' Conference.
Yes.
Speakers preside over the national parliaments. And as you know, as we talk of refugee problems, we talk of trade in the continent.
Migration problems.
Migration problems. You see, parliaments have a very critical role, which is obvious for now. But the speakers come in as leadership of the parliaments. For the parliament to play its role, it needs its leadership. So the speakers have an opportunity over 2 days to discuss how issues and how they can effectively run the parliaments in order to deliver the mandates of parliament, which is oversight, which is representing the voice of the people, making the laws, and what sort of challenges they experience, and then they share those experiences in order to ensure that these themes, for example, the themes that have been declared by the AU are actually on the ground being felt by the people. Because one challenge with the parliaments, even the AU, is the citizens on this continent also to appreciate, even understand, and contribute to the programs of the AU itself, the African Union. So through parliaments, we can reach the people.
On the note of Pan-African parliaments communicating with their people, how are we doing that note? Are people out there aware of the role of the Pan-African Parliament and what it actually does and the relevance in their lives?
I think that's quite a balance sheet of both pros and cons. Parliaments, national or continental, have the utmost role to ensure that people's voices are heard by those who govern or those in the leadership. And the Pan-African Parliament's role is at the continental level to ensure that the programs of the African Union, first of all, are known by the people on the ground. And whatever we are doing as a continent is coming from the people. If you look at the protocol, Article 12, the article establishing the Pan-African Parliament, it actually says the role of Pan-African Parliament will be to ensure the participation of the African peoples in the development processes of the continent. And the way we do it is that we have 5 MPs, members of parliament, from each of the 5 countries on the continent who sit at the Pan-African Parliament, who debate issues. They then go back to the national parliaments and share what would have been debated at the continental level. And then we expect the MPs at the national level to go down to their constituencies and then down to the village and to the most little unit of governance. So, but we know that there's too much to be done in order for people to be aware of these parliamentary processes.
Yes. Well, Honourable Chief Charumbira joining us on the SABC News Desk, Vice President of the Pan-African Parliament. Thank you so much for your time on the SABC News Desk.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, time to take a short break. I'll be back with more news after this. Yes, there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about. This is what happens when we pack too many interviews in one. You can't do justice to everything.